Coach, such a hard-fought game in so many aspects, and then that overtime period, perhaps a bit disappointing, 14-6. Is there something you'd like back, something you do differently again?
I'll have to go back and watch the tape. I'm sure there's always room for improvement on my end. Watch and see some areas that I think I could have done better, so for sure.
B.I. certainly got going after that first quarter. In the second quarter, he really caught fire. What got him into rhythm? Perhaps that pick and roll with C.J. McCollum. Did you like that aspect of it?
I think he's just overall, he's just in a good rhythm. And he's playing a little faster. He's getting to his spots. He's feeling it right now, so we just continue to try to run plays to get him going. And, we all like what we see.
Yeah, and Jokic showed again tonight that he's an incredible player. Just what did you kind of see from him down the stretch, and what were y'all trying to do to kind of corral him?
Yeah, he had a dominant performance. We were trying to take the ball out of his hands as much as possible, especially in the post. And he did a great job of mixing it up, popping back, hit a couple threes down the stretch. But, he's a tough guard, and we got to just continue to try to throw different looks at him. But, it's a reason why he's the player he is.
And it seemed like when things got tight, especially in that OT, the offense kind of stagnated a little bit. What did you kind of see on that end, what you guys were doing?
Yeah, I think they did a good job of taking Jokic off of Billy and putting him on one of our perimeter guys. And I should have done a better job of recognizing that and running some things to get us going. But, overall, I'm proud of our group. Emotional win at home against Utah, really big win for us. And then to come on the road and play against a playoff team and go into overtime over and over again. We want to put ourselves in this type of position down the stretch, a couple minutes left in the game with an opportunity to win, and we'll take that every night.
Yeah, and you said, how important all of these games are going to be down the stretch. How valuable is this experience for your young group to go through a game like this, playoff environment against a player like that?
It's really valuable for us, and it's going to continue to build our guys, build our toughness, our mentality going down the stretch, and you give Denver credit. They did what they needed to do down the stretch to win the game, but we'll be better for going through these type of experiences.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Obviously, a lot of folks have been asked this question, but what is it that makes Jokic so effective in that clutch fourth quarter and overtime periods?
He's very hard to guard. He can score at all three levels. He gets to the free throw line. He uses his body well. And the refs know how he plays. You know what I mean? He knows how to throw his head back. He knows how to pump fake. He knows how to manipulate the game better than anybody I've probably seen do it.
Very diplomatic way to say it. What would you like to have seen differently out of the squad? What are some growing points that you can learn from out of that OT period?
Yeah, we got to close out better. I got to do a better job of getting us into stuff faster. I take responsibility for some of the lack of execution, late shot clock situations. Ball's in my hands. I got to make sure I'm putting us in position a little earlier, a little faster, getting a better grasp of play calling and what I kind of want to run down the stretch of games. And then we got away from some things where we didn't get some of the weaker defenders in the action. So I got to do a better job with that. But, this was a very winnable game. We started off slow. Gave up a lot of points in the first quarter, but we bounced back well in the second half. And this is a winnable game we gave away. But credit them, they played well. This will be a good learning experience for us going forward. I played in a lot of games like these, so I got to do a better job of taking control, not just scoring, but making sure everybody's in the right spots and kind of being that calming influence down the stretch.
That slow start included Brandon Ingram, but boy, he heated up starting with that second quarter. It seemed like y'all had some really good rhythm going on once you started the pick and roll between you two.
Yeah, he was a lot more aggressive after the first quarter, getting to his spots. We played with more force, got to the free throw line. I think once he seen the ball go in, it was pretty easy from there. But we just got to do a better job of finishing games the last 3 minutes. This game should have been won in regulation.
Yeah, you mentioned the offense stagnating there late. Do you think that was the biggest issue, just getting in the stuff quicker?
Yeah, we didn't get stops, which hurt. Taking the ball out, walking the dog, trying to figure out what we want to run. But I just got to do a better job getting into stuff quicker. Calling a better variety down the stretch. Getting to my quick hitters, plays I know we can kind of rely on to give us advantages. I've been in that position a long time, playing alongside Dame, where we have plays we like to go to down the stretch. It's going to take me some time to kind of figure out what I want to go to as I learn more of the playbook. But I just got to do a better job of preparing for those moments late so that I can kind of put everybody in position.
And how tough was it to see just those missed free throws at the end of the fourth quarter when you had a chance to close it out there?
Yeah, I mean, it's a part of the game, man. Some great free throw shooters got to the line, just didn't make them, but it happens. We still had a lead, up 8, up 7, up 6, with a minute left. Those are winnable games. Make or miss free throws, those are winnable games. The guys will step up to the line and make them next time around, and I got nothing but confidence in them. But the game shouldn't have come down to that, man. Honestly, we were up going away, and we were up in overtime.
And you mentioned being in these type of games. You've been on the winning side or the losing side. I guess when you're a young team going through this, what do you got to take away from these type of experiences?
Yeah, I think you take the good and the bad, understanding that, we dug ourselves in a hole, right? We got off to a poor start, took a lot of energy to fight back, got a lead, didn't sustain it. Had some mental errors on some of our rotations and our coverages, some bad fouls where we gave up and ones. Every possession matters, especially when you're trying to pivot and get ready for, playoff contention. So you got to really kind of lock in. You guys will remember, the missed free throws or missed layups, things of that nature. But there's a lot of little plays throughout the game where we had coverage breakdowns. We didn't rotate properly out of the doubles off a joker. We're not closing out with the stick hand and shooters. We're giving up offensive rebounds. Those little things are what matter, and that's going to be the difference between us, taking that next step.
Yeah, take us through that OT period. What would you like to have done differently? How can this team use it as a learning lesson?
I think our execution could have been a little bit better at the end of that game. Getting some more open looks, having a little bit more pace to our offense. And on defense, then we just fouled a little bit too much, put Jokic at the line, and he was comfortable. We got to make him a little bit more uncomfortable as a scorer.
Starting with the second quarter, you were cooking offensively. What was working so well for you?
Well, in the beginning of the game, I was in the middle of the floor where the defense could key in on me a little bit, and I tried to change up a little bit and try to get on the wing, get some attacks from the wing, and eventually I knocked the shot down, and after that I felt really good about my rhythm, and I continued to attack off the catch and got good things.
And of course, I got to ask about that shot at the end of the first half to go into halftime. That was just absolutely insane. How much did you see? It looked like you didn't even have time to aim.
That was God shot that one. I didn't even look at the basket on that one. But I was glad it went in. It definitely started something for our third quarter, going into the third quarter, and I think we were pretty solid in that third quarter.
Yeah, what did you kind of see as the biggest issue with the offense, especially there late in OT?
Well, in that fourth quarter, we missed a couple of free throws that could have put the game away. I missed one. Devontae missed one. I'm not sure who else missed one. And then we had a few turnovers in that fourth quarter where we could have executed a little bit better. Jokic thrived in that fourth quarter, bringing them back. I think we were up 8 with maybe 4 or 5 minutes to go, and around that time our execution has to be really, really good so we can close out games.
And how important is it, for you guys as a young team to go through these type of experiences where, it's a playoff environment, playing against an MVP, and it's coming down to all of these final possessions, every single one matters?
Very important, I think we'll look back at this one, and if we get a chance to play Denver again, we'll have an adjustment, and we'll be well prepared when we go into Denver again. I think it's good for things to happen like this so we don't get complacent, so we can continue to push and try to be a better team by the playoffs.
Thanks, Pierre.
Yeah.
Sure.